the back line. Will they be able to overcome the odds as we enter the land of dawn?
Team LUNATIX on the blue side, desperately looking for a win here, while SUHAZ Esports on the red looking to deny. The lane matchups have to go well, especially for the gold lane, and it won't be easy for Arash. This is a losing lane for him, so level 1 is going to be pretty important. He wants to clear that wave as soon as possible, minimize his damage, and trade well against Goldilocks.
Speaking of trading well, he is actually doing so right now, and that's going to be important as it allows him to rotate over to contest the Little Wanderer. Team LUNATIX, seeing that these 4 members of SUHAZ here, will be forced to give that away.
Yep, the mid lane getting controlled really hard by Minzal as well as Ginny. They've got the stronger wave clear. Zeph can't really walk up because he's going to get damaged by the Shadow Balls. But down on bot side, as long as Abumon doesn't die or forced to recall against Mint, I think this game should easily fall into SUHAZ Esports' hands.
I'm personally going to be very curious to see how much emphasis these two teams actually put onto that gold lane, because surprisingly, there hasn't been a lot of pressure being applied down there just yet, but I expect that will change once we hit the level 4 timings.
Abumon able to steal away the gold crab for now. The first engagement probably going to be around the bottom side here as they find the trade.
Oh, that's a lot of damage onto Zep, but the Dream-Man knockup will ensure they don't get him, and Flint ends up being the first blood instead. Amal not able to escape, double kill going over to Razin as he is now on top of Zep, forcing the flicker from the alley. Wow, he's actually still chasing, but doesn't quite get the kill.
Yikes, that was quite a commitment for the side of Team LUNATIX. I didn't expect them to actually take this fight so early on, just before the turtle. I thought maybe they want to kind of set up, maybe harass a little bit, but not a full-on commitment. This is going to be a free turtle falling into the hands of SUHAZ Esports, because topside, Arash has been doing a really good job against Goldilocks.
Yeah, that was just a big mistake by Team LUNATIX overall. Definitely shouldn't have taken that before the turtle, as now they're gonna force Goldilocks to flicker away as well, attempting to gank the top lane.
This is working well for Razin here. I think he needs to kind of speed up the tempo, maybe look for potential picks. But then again, the composition, the way that they want to play it, they want Team LUNATIX to make the first move. And SUHAZ Esports can just not do much and slowly win this game.
One thing that SUHAZ Esports can really take advantage of here is that they know Team LUNATIX, not just from their draft, but from playstyle, is going to run at them. And they can use that behavior predictably to decide how they want to position themselves and which fights they want to take, because their team does have a lot of mobility and peel to avoid from being too heavily dived.
Oh, very interesting. So they have that rotation early on top side with Jenny, just in case so that Arash can keep control over the lane, sacrificing priority down on bot side, but they did switch up Abumon, so there is no loss of EXP for the time being. But how do you get back into lane? Looks like Team LUNATIX posturing to actually punish Abumon for walking out, but again, no overextension from SUHAZ.
SUHAZ playing this very smart right now. They know that LUNATIX can be very aggressive, so once they notice, hey, there's a lot of people missing right now, you can see that Abumon especially is going to play very safely around his tower, because they know that the threat of a gank is always there. And speaking of, Zeph trying to engage, but he decides not to commit the flicker for it.
I think this is a good choice by SUHAZ. You can take our energy shield, get as much gold as you want to. At the end of the day, we still have a gold lead of 1,000. And Razin, with a quick Genius Wand, is going to have more than enough damage to take out the squishier members from the side of Team LUNATIX, as nobody has itemized for Magic Resist just yet.
Jenny could be in danger here if Zeph decides to invest the Fatal Links, but the Black Shoes will discourage him from pursuing that too far, as Mint gonna get sent back to base as well, as Goldilocks getting hurt quite a lot by the gank from Razin up top, meaning this entire gold shield will fall to SUHAZ.
Yeah, I like the options here, but now Jenny's in trouble.
Ooh, Amal gets the nice 1-2 combo.
I mean, that's what happens. Jenny, unfortunately, committing quite a bit to the mid lane, even utilizing his Black Shoes, then overextends down into the riverside, immediately punished by Amal here. That's what you want to see from the LUNATIX, a push and pull.
Yeah, and this is where Paquito really becomes dangerous. Mienzal poked down to 10% HP by the double jab combo. They're gonna invest into this bottom tier 1, no minions sadly, and that'll allow SUHAZ to buy a bit of time.
Funny enough, I would have imagined that SUHAZ Esports would just commit down towards bottom side, making sure that Abumon is actually able to scale in this game and actually have a good time. He's already a level up on this Beatrix so far. far, but the amount of leeway that they've been getting on topside is great. Mint, oh my goodness, that's a lot of damage.
That's really scary. He already has that heavy crossbow as Zeph comes in with the flicker. Fatal links right into Nimiru's passion. He's still alive for now. Numenon Blast gonna land on the Beatrix, but doesn't successfully save Abumon. Mint very low, but Amal in the back line. Razin will pick it up, but now they're out of position. But here comes Jenny, massive damage, and Flint gets a two-man knockup into the rough waves, but it's not enough. Flint out of position. Triple kill for Razin.
Beautifully played by Razin. He manages to land the scythe, is able to enhance his abilities to get ready for the enhanced sword to not only disengage from the fire, but getting a lot of damage over time against a fully, well, honestly, I think Flynn was basically at 100% there, sending him to 50 and allowing the rest of his team to finish him off.
I feel like there was a little bit of a lack of flexibility there from LUNATIX to kind of veer away from their intended battle plan, as now Mienzal with the Numan Blast gonna get stunned out by Zeph, but he sacrifices his life to do so. Not sure that's worth it.
I don't know. I don't know what to say about that one. That was a very clear mistake coming in from the side of Team LUNATIX. Abumon having the time of his life. Yes, I lost my tier 1. Big deal. I'm a full level ahead of this Beatrix. And oh, actually, they evened up that score so far. We'll see 1-1 to 0-1 and 2. So Abumon and Mint currently on an even pace. Now, with no tier 1s here, mid-tier 1 should be the target for SUHAZ Esports.
Especially since the turtle is going to be coming up very soon as well. So you can see they're already starting to play around that area. SUHAZ, they're making very good use of their macro right now and allowing Abumon to just farm the bottom lane because they know that LUNATIX aren't really going to put players on that side when they have a big team fight and objective to contest.
Speaking of which, Mint still hasn't shown himself on the map just yet. It could be a possibility waiting for Arash to actually overextend to try and proxy the wave, but that's not where SUHAZ wants to go!
Mienzal gets Numan Blast, but he's gonna get stopped as a two-man fatal links into the tower! Into the rough waves combo allows them to pick off two just really easily for Team LUNATIX, and now they want to find more, forcing SUHAZ back.
A good read coming out from the LUNATIX and a deadly combo to put SUHAZ Esports back in their place. Topside getting proxied immediately to try and take control, but the rest of SUHAZ holds that mid lane for now. Malefic Roar coming out of Emal. He is still so very effective.
SUHAZ just made a mistake there. They thought that Mienzal would get the Numenon Blast, and so they walked up too aggressively. Getting caught like that into the combo, not ideal.
Well, for now, let's see how it goes. The items so far are looking pretty good. Arash can zone the rest here. I don't think he'll get a kill. Yes, Ocean Oddity, and now the rest are going to commit. Good disengage.
Yeah, the flicker Numenon Blast going to miss entirely. Mienzal still looking for the stun. Zeph should be able to tank a fair amount of damage, but he does have to back this off with the perfect match, nearly dying to Abumon, meaning that the mid-tier 1 will fall to SUHAZ Esports.
It's strange to say, but SUHAZ is playing a lot more tactically compared to Team LUNATIX. Team LUNATIX now actually taking a different angle to deal with SUHAZ. They're waiting for SUHAZ to try and make a play. They can punish with their counter engagement, and I think they just have better synergies with their heroes overall. The question is, how is SUHAZ Esports now going to attack the map? This next objective is important, but knowing how Team LUNATIX can turn a fight around like that, this Lord Dance is going to be pretty, I don't know, on edge.
I think what SUHAZ can just do right now is just play the macro, play the map. As long as they're forcing Team LUNATIX to roam somewhere to push out a lane, you can see just from the way they move, they want to be together as 5, allowing SUHAZ to build up that much more net worth lead.
I mean, they could get punished with the Numenon Blast if they stick too close together. I mean, Jenny playing with fire, he could get one shot before he actually gets off his black shoes.
But here comes Zeph. He's looking for Jenny right now. Numenon Blast already charged up as he finds somehow the Beatrix, and Abumon picks up the kill. Flint gonna follow straight afterwards as Zeph with the double kill to the Iritel. Goldilocks forced to flicker over the wall. Disaster for LUNATIX.
I'm surprised that we do see Mint walk up like that. He shouldn't be the first one walking up. It's too risky for him to walk up. And more importantly, so they had the members to make sure that they could actually open up the map. So again, SUHAZ walking away, 4.6k lead so far, and we've seen a lot of teams start to fall off at this stage of the game.
I just never would have expected that Numenon Blast to actually land on the Beatrix of all people, and the damage dealt is just split completely in half as Zeph misses the fatal links. Beautiful beautiful flickers from SUHAZ, meaning that he's getting taken out. Flint gets the rough waves, but Mienzal is still alive. Goldilocks gonna get picked up by Abumon as well.
Yep, I mean, at this stage of the game, a 6k goalie, the tier 2s should start collapsing with Lord and Power minions already. This might net them an inhibitor at the same time. Do they want to actually commit to a potential dive here?
Bennett's Rage and Nibiru's Passion already used to clear up the Lord. As SUHAZ still going for the inhibitor tower. They will get rid of the Lord, but the inhibitor falls as well to those final few shots from Abumon and SUHAZ. It doesn't look like they're done quite yet. They're going for the top inhibitor as well, and Team LUNATIX aren't prepared to get rid of it. They don't have their cooldowns available as Arash is just buying time. He takes a lot of damage, but he's fine as the Fatal Links finds the Irritel, and they take him out, but two-man Numenor Blast means that Zeph falls, Goldilocks falls in return, and they are down to 3 members, but SUHAZ only have 4, and Razin very low. Mienzal gonna get taken. Actually, he's still alive here somehow, and Arash able to run away as well.
Oh, missing that last auto attack. The targeting was not there. He didn't finish off Arash. He gets to walk away for free. That should not be the case. It should be at least a 2-for-2 trade. But now SUHAZ Esports in prime position to finish this game off in the next 54 seconds as soon as this Luminous Lord spawns.
Now the big question is, in this sort of situation where LUNATIX are 6k net worth behind at 11 minutes, Lord coming up at 40 seconds, what can they do to try and regain some lost ground?
I think at this point in time, Team LUNATIX need to start opening up the map, but with...
Whoa, Emal, that's not where you want to be. Instantly taken out by 4 members of SUHAZ. Goldilocks gonna be delayed by Arash as well.
Unfortunate indeed, and you can definitely see the desperation that Emal wants to make something happen, especially taking out Jenny, who's just slowing down his entire team. The Lord Push advantage already gives you everything you need to know, with at least 5,000 gold earned for SUHAZ Esports, escalating their 2k lead to what they have right now. Team LUNATIX, they basically have a lot of disadvantages. They do have their cooldowns so their battle spells up, but with 2 lanes that they have to take care of time and time again, they won't be able to make it in time for a Luminous Lord fight.
We've seen a lot of teams able to come back from deficits like this, especially when they have the Atlas getting a big Fatal Links. But even if LUNATIX lands like a 4 or 5 man Fatal Links right now, do you think they'd be able to actually take out SUHAZ?
Personally, I do think they can. They've got a great combo components with Mint and Flint at the same time. And if they want to make sure they stay put, they have Emal to almost guarantee the combo is going to have maximum impact with 2 KO strikes. So I think it's all about timing. It's about coordination from Team LUNATIX. The question is, what is the trigger warning? And they're looking for their main targets. They're looking for Jenny. They're looking for Abumon.
But that's gonna be very difficult. Yes, if LUNATIX combos well, they can get a potential team fight victory, but that is a very big if, and they have to execute it perfectly. Don't know if they have the time for that, as now Luminous Lord pushing in. Bottom inhibitor gonna be the target. Razin looking for a pickup by himself, but that means he's out of position. Tonkian keeps him alive as Rough Waves is forced out. The Lord is on the crystal. Abumon is on the crystal, and people are falling all around. SUHAZ racks up the kill onto the crystal for the victory in our first game of the series.
Woo, a relatively fast game coming out from SUHAZ. They didn't have to do too much as LUNATIX continued to get punished every single time they made that move. It looks like that early pickup on the